So, another thing in the news is that Kevin Samuels passed away, right? I don't know the full details. I'm not really concerned about the details, but really what I am concerned about is the mentality, right? There's been two male content creators that have just like totally showed complete disrespect and hatred for women, but in most importantly, they've been showing this type of contempt and hatred towards black women. And both of those content creators, one was named David Carroll and the other one was Kevin Samuels, have spewed this vitriol and this disrespect and this anger towards black women especially. And I've said this before on panels and discussions that black women are really the forerunners when it comes to the barometer of how society is manifesting and running. So if black women are utterly disrespected and treated with rebuke and disdain, that means, and I don't know where other women can't understand that this is the barometer. This is what will happen. It may take 20 years to get to the point where all men are going to display this type of vitriol and hatred to all women. That's the barometer. You need to pay attention what's happening to black women on social media right now. The hatred that is targeted towards black women is the same type of hatred that is coming for all women of all races. This is coming, okay? I mean, I feel sad. I feel sad for society because I know what's about to transpire. I can see it. The writing is on the wall. Right now they're trying to take women's rights away to be able to get abortions if they choose not to have children by men. I can't even call them men because real men don't disrespect their wives. Real men don't go on social media displaying this type of behavior. Real men take care of their families. They honor, they love, they protect their families, their wives, their children. The display that is happening on social media with these dudes, right, that have passed away, and the men that follow these type of men. I literally saw a title towards Kevin Samuels calling him a saint in the title, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? There's no way that dude is a saint. Like, stop it. Stop it. So, just thinking about that stuff. And then, going into some things drawing things out in my childhood or my young adulthood and things like that, like, has really got me in a funky mood. It's got me in a funky mood thinking about how there's no saving this society. And I really feel sorry for women in the future. And I think that if we've got a federal government that doesn't want to protect women, they don't want women to be able to, to evolve society, because that's what's happening. And black women are in the lead for trying to evolve society into a better standing, right? They're trying to there's growing pains that has to happen. And in order for men to start respecting women, you have to look at women who have literally, and I'm not just saying only black women have been utterly disrespected, because Native American women, different tribes of Native American women, as well as South American and Caribbean women and what have you, they've been disrespected, utterly disrespected, okay? So I'm not just saying that American black women are the only ones, but however, they have suffered in these last few 400 plus centuries, right? They have suffered the most. And in order to rebound society and get society where society needs to be, they have to be in lead. They have to be in charge. And they are in charge and they are taking lead, right? However, in order for them to do so, they literally, this dragging that is taking place, because men they're not trying to evolve themselves and step up to the level, or what society is calling leveling up to what needs to take place. They want to be back in the dark ages, these men. They want to pull women back because they don't want to evolve themselves on a spiritual, mental, physical level. They don't want to evolve, right? They don't want to evolve their emotional state to represent where women are going. Women are going there. They're evolving from these things, right? But these dudes want to drag women back into those states of disrepair, putting women under subjection, control, and I can see what's happening, because the divine is not going to allow this. I'm gonna be honest with you. If the divine has to take every woman off the face of the fucking planet, right, through this, and then step in to deal with these dysfunctional type of mental states of men, it's gonna be horrific when it happens. Because the divine creator can bring women back, and will. But what's going to happen to the state of humanity? Because the divine will take that woman that's described in Genesis. I'm not talking about Eve, off the planet, to handle these men. The divine will do that. I'm going to be honest. I'm prepared to go. I'm prepared to go. The only thing is, I pray for women, because we're going to live in a society, if not enough men know what's happening or have insight or foresight to see how this is going to play out, it is going to be an annihilation of whole societies. This utter disrespect. You got some states that are literally allowing men to rape women and not charging them, and then they're preventing women from aborting babies, right? If I'm not mistaken, it's something, I don't know if it's Texas, don't quote me, it's Texas, Louisiana, or one of them red states, right? The governing systems in those states are allowing men to get away with rape, impregnating women. And when they are doing that, they're not allowing these women to abort these children, and then have the fucking nerve to give these rapists rights over these children. What fucking kind of society is this? All I can say is, for women, I think it's going to get to the point where you're going to have to actually get, for one, get your guns, get your protection, arms on point. Go take shooting classes, go take weapons classes, go take self-defense classes, do all these things. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I think the society is headed in that direction. Because when you got the federal government not wanting to protect women, or not allowing women to protect their own bodies, or not to have, be forced to have children. Because a lot of the reason why these women aren't having children is they're educating themselves, right? So it's not even about just getting abortions as much as they're talking about it, right? But these women are closing their wombs down. They don't want to have children at all. And it's scaring the people that are in power. Because if they can't have masses to control, because there's no masses, because women aren't bringing the children in, they're going to allow chaotic fucking energies like rapists. This is what they've been doing for the last couple years. And when the federal government can't control this shit, and then because they can't control it, they want to sit and annihilate laws that they've already put onto the books to allow women sovereign reign over their own bodies. We're going into a chaotic state. I'm sorry, that's where it's headed. And I also know what how the divine works, and the divine has no problem if these are the things that transpire, right? The divine has no problem with putting those women, or the woman, because all of us are an extension of the woman that is described in Genesis. That woman, we are an extension of her, taking us out and dealing with these chaotic, unrighteous laws and men in this society. It will happen. But until that time comes, it's going to be chaos. I watched a live stream yesterday where Nyla says, well, first she did do a live stream on abortion, and everything she said in that live stream, I 100% agree with her in that live stream concerning abortion and Roe v. Wade. I agree with everything she said in that live stream. And then she did another live stream where she says she's not sorry that Kevin Samuels died. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have no indifference about it. I feel no way about it whatsoever. I have no emotions attached to that man. I have none. I think that he put certain karmas out into the universe, and I think that boomerang backed on that karma boomerang, it came back. He was very, what's the word? He was not realizing what he was he just did not realize what he put into the universe. And that kind of, he wanted his fame. Yeah, he got his fame. He put that energy out into the universe. But when you are not consciously aware of what you're doing, maybe he was, maybe he just didn't give a fuck, I don't know. But when you are not consciously aware or make yourself aware of what you put into the universe like that, it will come back at you. So you have to be very, very careful of what you put out there. It's like putting spells on people. You don't put spells on people unless you know for a fact that person has done something to you and you are basically sending the energy back to them. Then that's righteous. And if you know somebody is doing something to you on a spiritual level, and you say, may that energy that is being sent to me, and you know that you haven't done anything chaotic, you haven't done anything that is against the laws of the universe, and you haven't done any of those things. However, you have the right to protect yourself, right? You have the right to physically protect yourself. You have a right to spiritually protect yourself, emotionally protect yourself. You have a right to do all those things. You know the phrase of being in your own lane, it is sustained. It's sustained. You have to be in your own lane. You cannot be going out of your lane, hitting people with your emotions or your spirit or physically or whatever the case may be, what you're trying to do. You can't harm people because it will come back. And that kind of energy that these men have put out on social media to harm women, that's what they've done. They put this energy out there to harm women. It is coming back to them. I think that I really feel that women need to protect themselves, because I'm going to be honest with you, and it's very sad, and I've witnessed and I've watched how black women have been treated on social media, and it sickens me. It angers me. Because they are the representation and taking lead for all women, and I don't think the majority of the women out there understand what what is basically trying to karmically be undone or to right itself. And because they don't fully understand, the history of everything that needs to be either undone, recreated, and black women being in the forefront of doing that in order for society to stand, I feel bad for society because, yeah, black women are hit first, unfortunately. But guess what? Every other woman, every other race of women is going to be hit with this shit as well. Don't think you're going to go unscathed, because you will reap the same harm. If you are not in defense of what is happening to black women on social media and other places, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and all those things, and you're not putting into the care and keeping for these women, it's coming to all of us women. I gotta go.